Hi guys, welcome to new video. So today we'll take a look at another 1v1 rank game in the Scouring, and this time we'll play against Martin Kaminsky 97. We are playing on the free player map and he's in the top left corner playing as the purple empire or purple human. I'm on the bottom side of the map playing with the red color, and this will be once again a little bit more traditional gameplay and no immediate knights or anything. So let's just go for sawmill with free peasants, barracks with other free peasants, sending some peasants to gold and going for the really standard opener. This game will really show you how to manipulate the enemy mind, I would say, because we will be really playing with him. Overall, he really won't have much chance, but I will also try to show you how he could counter it, or explain it rather, what he could do better to actually defeat me, or just have way more chance overall, because I definitely think there are some major mistakes that would need to be kinda adjusted, I would say. It's not like he would play bad, he actually plays pretty decently. It's just that he's doing, I would say, perfect build order, perfect gameplay overall, but he's not doing those small extra steps that those top players are doing. So obviously, when I play against him and I'm doing those small details that are helping me to get that extra few percent advantage, then he just falls behind because he doesn't do that. Yeah, so overall, immediately, the first difference you can see. Okay, I will have second farm sooner, but that's not really that important. I'm immediately taking my first archer and going for the enemy camp. Yeah, that's really important. Even just one archer against like 3 here, I'm just doing that. If I get one shot here, 5 HP, we will regenerate that pretty soon, so we don't really care. We just want to deal some damage here even before we get the second archer. Once we have 2 of them, we are immediately trying to take the goblins out one by one. You can even go for like a wolf's camp immediately, but I would definitely not really recommend that. Those are much more dangerous in terms of damage. This you can actually micromanage a little bit better to avoid the damage like this, and we are just killing really quickly some goblins. He waited way longer, he was stacking up the archers on his barracks. Now he's finally also going for the camp with actually 4 archers. So this is something you can do. It's easier for micromanagement. Once you have more archers, you are killing the enemies much quicker, which just makes it way easier to actually kill them. But as you can see, I already cleared the camp once, basically at the same time when he cleared only half of it. Now he also lost 1 archer there, yeah? So this is why my strategy is way more efficient, because first of all, I have better micromanagement, so I'm not losing my archers while creeping, and at the same time I'm killing the enemies much quicker. And now he finished the first camp. I already cleared 3 goblins now from the second camp, and I'm already finishing it. Instead, what he's doing, he lost at least 1 archer there, maybe even 2, but I think maybe just 1. And now he's stacking up at home again, trying to regroup there, now taking all the archers again and going for another camp. Well, I already cleared 2 of them. Yeah, so now I'm a whole neutral camp ahead, which is just a huge advantage. I have way more resources from it. My injured archers are already regenerating, so I will have more HP overall on the archers. Also I have more levels there, so I can quickly go for another camp. Here I was also AFK for a second. Yeah, I'm not doing it perfectly, but it's about those small adjustments, so we are actually able to kill the neutral enemies quickly. That's really important. Yeah, here I even decided to not actually finish the bandit. I could have maybe, or just to add some extra shots, force him to go back on the outpost so I can freely run here and I don't have to worry about some extra damage that I could take from him. Here I think I decided to finish this bandit finally, to at least get the resources from him, because he was really low. So now he also cleared the second camp, so overall I didn't necessarily gain any advantage, but now I have once again way better position. If he was here, I could immediately run onto him. Of course, if he had barracks here with archers, I would have to go back. But if he didn't, if he wouldn't have that, I could really easily go on his peasants on the gold and kill them. Since he's not here, I'm not gonna do the thing that you just retreat home. I'm gonna continue this way, because this is when my easy plan for some mind games begins. Because obviously if I decide to attack from the right side to his base, or from the north actually here, then what is his natural intuition. It's that I must be on this position because I'm attacking from here, so obviously I must be here. It's not like that he will be convinced that I'm there, but he will be definitely way more cautious about this position. He will really make sure that he has strong defense here, and if he goes for a push and he doesn't have any scouts anywhere on the map, he will most likely go this way because he saw my army there. So that's really important. At the same time, it's also really good that I can clear the camps here because it's really far away from my base. And if you can get kills of neutral camps that are far away from your base, it's always better, because the ones that are close to you, you can always kill really easily because they are close, so just go there and kill it immediately. You don't have to waste any time traveling there. But if you are already with your army somewhere around the map, it's definitely good to kill some camps there. So now I got into his base at 5 minutes 15 seconds, and we are immediately going for the peasants. He built the barracks on the other side. I don't have problem with that. I personally built it here, but it doesn't matter that much, even though he could have at least placed it to the bridge, not like in the middle of his base, but it's kinda okay. He also has one swordsman there, but obviously doesn't have shields yet. He doesn't even have smithy. And here just, once again, a little bit better micromanagement, trying to kill some archers there. Unfortunately, wolves ran into me from the back, also some skeletons there. Swordsmen were running on me, so I decided to actually push back. If those neutral enemies weren't there, I could maybe even actually finish him here. And keep in mind that I have another 5 archers at home, so this was just purely more efficient farming of the neutrals and then good micromanagement that could really easily end the game here. Unfortunately, I didn't know how many units he has behind it, or actually what are these archers doing. He could have better levels there, or potions. I didn't really have time to check that, so I was just kind of playing with him here, constantly creating the threat that I am here, pushing him back and back, and that was basically all I needed to do. If I can squeeze some kills in between there, that's always good, but I'm not going all in. I'm just constantly poking him a little bit. Yeah, I think I will finish him here maybe, even though I wasn't sure what he has there, but now he made a cannon, which is really scary always, so you don't really want to necessarily push into a cannon, especially when there is such a narrow entrance like this mountain pass. So once he set up the cannon here, I don't really want to push into that, so this kind of saved him here. If he didn't have that, he would be probably dead. But keep in mind that he's the one under pressure. He's the one getting distracted, which means his peasants or something could be getting harassed by the neutral enemies, by the undeads, and he wouldn't have army to actually defend against it, because he would be somewhere else taking care of my archers. Here I dealt some free damage to the cannon, but now I decided to retreat once again. Wolves harassing me, so not the best situation. At home, I'm still stacking lots of other archers. This is a whole another army that I have available, while I was basically able to almost finish him with just these few archers here. So if you can take like 7 archers I have here, maybe I had a little bit more before, I don't know if I actually lost something, and you can go through the whole map, level them up, and then just go into the enemy base, you can just most of the time actually finish them. So that's really strong. At the same time, you still have lots of archers at home prepared, so that's also really good. We also built smithy, we made second barracks, so now I have 3 production buildings. I probably already researched the shields upgrade, and now I'm just spamming swordsmen in both of my buildings. I have a little bit extra wood, not the best diversification of my peasants. I think I didn't have to make so many for wood, but it's not that big of a problem. Wood is always useful, at least I can make farms if I need to, and outside of it I'm just spamming swordsmen right now. I also decided to clear this outpost, extra resources, also really good to have these control points. If I get pushed back, I can always retreat to the outpost, put my archers up there, and it's really good. And what I'm doing here, really good. I'm taking my archers, and I'm just still constantly poking him, making sure that he knows that I am here, and that if he goes to scout on the other side of the map, of course, he can take 1 unit and go there. That's another thing he could try. Take 1 swordsman, turn off the shield and run to the other base to scout there. Or at least keep 1 scout here, so he knows that I'm not pushing him from the other side. But he got baited out of his base. He knew that I have army here. He wanted to make sure I don't push him from this side, so he just followed me all the way to this location on the map. And he probably decided to clear some creeps first here and then wanted to push me in the base here. But unfortunately for him, I didn't have the base there. I just kinda lurked him out to this location with my archers. And in the meantime, I took my main army from my home, which is also already leveled up pretty nicely from the night. and we just ran into his base. I already have the shields, as I said. We have like 8 swordsmen there and lots of archers, so pretty easy. He's immediately trying to somehow get back, but his army is small and slow, also getting harassed a little bit by neutral enemies there. And I still have my army that was harassing from this side before, yeah, these archers, which I decided to take back to kill some extra neutral camps, maybe go around the whole map to join me here, or just bring them home to defense, because I didn't know if he maybe also has another army somewhere that could be pushing me at home, so also checked there, but then I realized it's probably not really probable, so I decided to go here to join me. But I could have also just kept the archers somewhere in the top right corner of the map, and once he started retreating, I could start shooting him in the back. Then he wouldn't be able to actually retreat to his location. He would need to first deal with the archers, otherwise I would be just constantly shooting him in the back, so that would be even more effective. There is always these small things you can try to adjust to be even more efficient, but this was definitely enough to finish him. As you can see, we have so many swordsmen here, so many archers. Now the second army is joining. I have maybe a full group of archers now, I'm not sure, maybe like 10 swordsmen with shields, really good levels on everything, and still a really strong base. Yeah, so this is really good. We have lots of food in stock, so not even a problem that we were in minus for a second in terms of the income, but yeah, game ended after 10 minutes and 47 seconds. Martin decided to surrender. So pretty nice game, I think. I hope you definitely learned something from this. As I said, I could have been even more efficient by actually keeping the archers here till the end of the game, so we have constant pressures from two sides. But overall, yeah, just if you can lure the army of your enemy out of his base into the wrong direction on the map, and he has a slow army like cannons that he was bringing with him, then it's usually GG, unless he is also keeping at the same time some defense at home. But even if he had some stronger defense at home, this was such a strong army that I actually used to push him that it wouldn't really help him anyways. I already had a cannon there as well, and I was soon going for the artillery mode, so even if we had another barracks here and some cannons on top of it, I would quickly get artillery mode and start sieging him down. He would probably return with his army, but then I could still keep pushing from the top as well with the archers, and I knew that he can't fit another barracks here because he placed the sawmill into this location. You can't build here, barracks won't fit, so I think you maybe even can't fit barracks here. You would need to take out some of these trees, I think, so the closest position would be maybe here. So that's really far away. I wouldn't let him build that, or he would need to stay with his army here, and then it's even easier push for me from this side. So yeah, that's just the strategy I was going for. I started talking a little bit more now towards the end, but I wanted to explain all the different options of what could have happened. Now let's check the results really quickly. Now 9,000 gold against 6,000, so yeah, heavy harassment. He wasn't able to fully concentrate on the gold gathering. Yeah, it's not just about lurking his army somewhere else or killing some units. I don't even think I killed actually maybe any peasants, or maybe a few of them. But the main thing is that he is constantly distracted, so unless it's like a really top 0.1% player that can do really good multitasking, then if I force him to focus on his army to follow my archers, then he will most likely make gaps between peasants or soldiers. He will mess up his macro, maybe forgets to put down a farm or something. Overall just messes up lots of things, and it will put him more and more behind. It will create new problems, and overall he will just fall more and more behind. So that's just really important that you constantly create this pressure on the enemy player, so he starts making more mistakes. You want to definitely capitalize on this advantage. We also had way more lumber, more than double trained units, also 33 more. We killed 43 units and actually lost only 4. Yeah, so he maybe killed 1 or 2 archers in the army I had on the north, but maybe not even. Now we probably also lost something in this final push, but keep in mind that we killed more than 10 times the amount we lost, so that's like insane kill-loss ratio. And it wasn't about like perfect micromanagement. Yeah, I had decent micromanagement, but it was mainly about the fact how I was able to manipulate my enemy, and he basically totally lost all of his focus. So this is the main reason why this kill ratio is such insane number. Also way better constructed buildings, really good infrastructure that we had there, free production buildings, We could have been producing cannons. As I said, I was going for artillery pretty soon. We have full economy running, so no problem with resources. Also, when you are constantly poking your enemy, from time to time you get some kills, which is not just experience for your army, but also some extra resources that you can utilize to basically create a snowball effect of creating stronger army and economy at the same time really quickly. And of course the neutral kills, that helped it a lot, yeah, more than double. So that's once again huge amount of extra resources for me, and also the archers set really good levels, which actually allowed me to make that constant harassment from the north. If you don't have levels on the archers, it's actually quite difficult. I would definitely really recommend you to always get the levels first, because that's really important. Every unit in this game is getting much stronger with levels, and if you don't have them, your archers will get one-shotted by the enemy archers really easily. If you have levels there, then even if you have a decent bunch of archers there defending, they most likely won't be leveled up as your archers, and then you can really easily micromanage your injured archers out of the fight, because they have extra HP with the levels, so you have more time to actually micromanage them. If you have just one level 1 on all of your archers, you need to actually predict the enemy damage. Basically, once the arrows are already in the air, before you actually lose any HP on the archer, you already need to start retreating with him to actually save him, so that's really difficult. So always try to get some levels for your harassment army. But yeah, 15 or 16 minutes, even though it was only 10-minute video, so I'm in the game, so you got some extra information. Hopefully it was helpful. And you learned something, and if you enjoyed this video, definitely throw me a like or subscribe below the video, and I will see you in the next one. Take care, guys.